and this video is for my blog, College Cookin. Today I'm going to be making Katitas. When you make them, you can call them anything that you like. Samitas, Jessiquitas, anything. So today all we need is a bowl of chicken, which is about a chicken breast and a half. And this is for 2 people, so if you want 1 person, you're going to have to do half of this. And then you want half of an onion chopped up. And I like to add in some spinach and cabbage for extra vegetables. Nobody notices. You need a can of corn and a can of red or pinto or black beans. Today I'm actually going to be using a mixture. You also need some salsa and some hot sauce. So the first thing you're going to do is cook your chicken. Mine's already cooked. So the next thing you're going to do is get out your medium-sized pan. And you're going to pour in your cabbage and your spinach and your onions. Where'd you put it? And your corn and your beans. And when you do your beans, you want to drain out most of the sauce unless it's a mixture like this, because this has sauce already in it. But if you're doing regular beans, drain out most of the sauce, but if you still have some left, that's alright. So you pour that in there. And you're going to get out like a wooden spoon or a scoop or something like that. And you're going to take it over to the stove and put it on high. And as you cook it, you want to make sure that you stir it every couple of minutes. It's not going to take very long to cook. Mostly everything is cooked because it's canned. But you want to make sure to get the cabbage and the spinach cooked so it mixes in and people don't notice it very much. You can also add a little bit of water if it's a little dry. When you put in the beans without sauce, it tends to be dry, so you can add a little water. Or what I like to do is add just a little bit of salsa and hot sauce to make it extra spicy. So I'm probably just going to add like how much you would put on a couple of tacos. And you stir that in there. And the reason you want to cook it on high is because it helps the vegetables keep their vitamins and stuff. You don't want them to get overcooked, and if you let them simmer at a low temperature, then they'll get like overcooked and they'll be soggy. So probably just a few squirts of that.
Quite a bit more than that.
Like, you know. And then if that's not enough flavor for you, because a lot of people like stuff that's really spicy, you can get your taco spice, which is right. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay. So if I had taco spice, I would use it, but I don't, so I'm going to use a little bit of dark chili pepper, or powder, which is right here, dark chili powder. What? Oh. So I'm just going to, like, actually I'll just use a spoon so I don't use too much. Anyway. Alright, so you're just going to get a little bit on a spoon because it's real spicy and you don't want to, like, use too much. But really just use however much you and your family are like. The good thing about this recipe is, like I said, it's for college cooking, so if you live in a dorm and you don't have a lot of time, this is real quick. It takes about 10 or 15 minutes. So while that's cooking, you can go ahead and get out your tortillas. You don't need this many. And you can get them ready for, okay, we're not doing product placement. Oh wow, this is really good. And you can get them ready for when the stuff is done. Basically what a katita is it's just my version of like a fajita. So it's just like chicken, vegetables, and sauce inside of a tortilla. And it's really healthy. Like I said, there's lots of vegetables in it, and salsa is healthy. The chicken's healthy and lean. Oh yeah, by this time you want to be adding in your chicken. So your chicken's already cooked, so the whole point of adding it in is just to warm it up with the rest of the food. And you want to turn your heat down when you add the chicken to about medium so that your vegetables and things don't start getting too hot and burn. And stir that in good. I also like to use canned chicken when I make Katitas. That makes it a lot easier because you don't have to cook the chicken. You just throw in canned chicken at this point. That makes it a lot easier if you're living in a dorm because all your ingredients are canned unless you use the spinach and the cabbage. So that's really handy. And I'm just going to let that sit for a couple more minutes. So a good side dish with your Katitas is some refried beans. I'm just using canned ones. And when I make my refried beans, I like to spice them up a little bit, and so I add some spices and some salsa to them to make them a little bit less boring. So I'll go get my hot sauce and my chili powder. Okay.
Chili.
Okay, so you just add a little bit of the hot sauce. Actually, you want to, well, it's salsa. And just another tiny spoonful of the chili powder. Oops. Look, you don't have to record the silver, right? Just a tiny bit of the chili powder. You can do other things, like if you got some type of southwestern sauce or something that you like, you can add that in too. I actually have a little bit of sauce left from the bean mixture that I had, so I'm going to go ahead and pour that in there. And stir that up. I'm also going to be having Spanish or Mexican rice to complement the Katitas. I call them Katitas because I'm Katie. So it's like a Katie fajita. Alright, so that's good. So now I'm ready to get the Katita filling. I'm going to take it off the burner. Now the burner is off now. And when you get it out, there's a lot of sauce and you don't want your Katita to be real drippy. So you're going to want to get a spatula or a scoop that has holes in it and use that to filter out any drippings that come in with your stuff. And you go ahead and put it on like you would a taco. Make sure to get a variety of all the ingredients in each scoop. And then you just roll it up like you would a burrito.
It's like a sandwich.
Yeah, it's real full. And you probably want to eat these with a fork because, like I said, they're real saucy. They got a lot of stuff in them. And then you can add some refried beans.
Or you could just put beans in with your stuff.
Dad,
Oh.
stop.
Yeah, just kidding.
So you add your refried beans, and then I have some Spanish rice that I made. You don't have to do these side things. The Katitas are enough alone. They have enough ingredients and enough like protein and vegetables and carbs in them that they're good enough for dinner, but it's always nice to have a little bit extra. So there you have it. Katitas with refried beans and rice for college cooking.
Or for supper tonight.
See you later.